We make predictions on this show. We don't play it safe. We just go it out, throw it out there, let it rip. And Friday, I said, here's what's going to happen. I said, Green Bay, I've seen this for the last 5 or 6 years with Aaron. They play a good team. They get whacked. And then they go back home to Lambeau against the Bears or the Lions, crush them, and all is forgotten. Those primetime TV games with Aaron Rodgers and a bad opponent in division. Oh, it's just rinse and repeat. And everything's forgotten today. They lose to a good team. Aaron Rodgers blames somebody else's moody, bad body language. They come home. Remember, networks love Lambeau Field and the Bears. It has a historic relevance. It looks fantastic. You get Aaron Rodgers. The Packers win. Everybody's happy. Lambeau looks great under the lights on Sunday night, on Monday night, on Thursday night. That's why they keep putting these Bears games on TV, and they're not competitive. The Bears and the Packers. It's not a rivalry league, really. That's one of the good ones, right? And it's not really a good one, but it looks good on TV, and it always looks good in Lambeau. So they keep putting it on television, and it's always after, it feels like, it's when Green Bay really needs to play well because they're bad in their opening week or bad early in the season. So, Chicago, Justin Fields completed 7 passes last night and 15 in 2 weeks. He's learning how to play the position. So I said on Friday, Blazing 5, it's one of my favorite picks of the year. Green Bay's going to roll them. It was over at half, and we all know it. But Chicago, and I've said this with Justin Fields, I'm going to be very, very patient with Justin Fields. He's raw. He needs reps. It's a terrible O-line. They have no receivers. And the organization hired a defensive head coach, and their first 2 draft picks, what a shock, corner and a safety. It's 2022. Get the kid some help. So he's got a bad O-line. Moody's a decent receiver, but they can't get the ball to him. And let's get another corner and a safety. Good God. Some of these teams, I just roll my eyes at them. The Bears love their defense. That's their history. They love their defense, and they love their defensive coaches. But the same issues with Green Bay this morning still persist. Aaron doesn't trust his young receivers. Ooh, Romeo Doubs. His 2 catches were screen passes. He ain't throwing the ball downfield to him, and he's a wonderful young talent. Christian Watson, it's jet sweeps. Those are running plays. It's jet sweeps. Well, Sammy Watkins is not going to be the answer against that Niners defense, against Tom Brady, against Stafford and the Rams, maybe even against Philadelphia. Same issues persist. He doesn't trust young receivers. You know what Green Bay's become? I was thinking about this morning. He's become a Bond film. James Bond. Incredibly predictable. Fun, but never going to win the awards. Never going to be the best film of the year. And this team, despite beating Chicago at home, Lambeau, cheese hats, the lights are perfect, the announcing team, it's prime time, it's alone. Same issues persist. They don't really trust their 2 young receivers, and they're going to have really vibrant, dynamic years for at least one of those guys to beat the best teams in the NFC. But I like Bond films. I watched all of them. Never going to get an award. Tom Cruise's films, those are some of the best ever. Mission Impossible, Top Gun, maybe the best films I've ever seen. Bond films out in the first round. But they're fun. Tua is going to start putting up big numbers as we predicted all offseason, and you're going to get fooled and suddenly think he's great. Congratulations for hitting a bunch of wide open guys on broken coverage. He's still small, not very athletic, with an average deep arm. Folks, if you can't hit some of these throws, he underthrows Tyreek Hill there. If you can't hit these throws in the NFL, these are layups. Wow, what an amazing throw there. That's a practice throw. And then in the back of the end zone, he overthrew somebody who made a great catch. That's a great catch, actually. So again, you suddenly think he's now tall, really athletic. This is so predictable. They give him an offensive coach. They get him Tyreek Hill. He already had Jaylen Waddle, who's in year 2. They get him Cedric Wilson. Both the running backs look dynamic. They get him an all-pro left tackle. His numbers go up, as we told you they would, and everybody freaks out. Ask yourself today in the AFC, where does Tua rank? Is he Josh Allen? Hell no. Herbert? No. Burrow, despite the 0-2 record? No. Patrick Mahomes? No. Lamar Jackson? No. What is Tua great at? Size, arm, athletic ability. He's accurate. So is Jimmy G. This to me, though, is this has become We told you this was going to happen. We said the dilemma in Miami, I picked them as a playoff team. The dilemma in Miami is not going to be the Dolphins scoring points and winning games. They are. In fact, the dilemma is not going to be can Tua play. If you look at Tua's numbers last year, they weren't terrible. He's limited, but he's a capable guy. We saw at Alabama and we saw yesterday. He can hit wide open fast guys. Absolutely. He's a good kid. He's great at the podium. I really like him. He's a good kid. He's taken a lot of crap. The Flores stuff was bad. Deshaun Watson rumors. He's been a wonderful kid, and he can absolutely, I think the Drew Brees comp is silly, but there's a little Drew Brees in which he's not going to be great over the top, but he'll be good at the line. He's a good guy. He'll accurately throw it. Hell, Tua admitted last week, I can't see over the line. I'm too small. He admitted it. He's not Lamar. He's not Herbert. He's not Josh. He's not Patrick. Not any of these guys. I think he's a left-handed Mac Jones. Maybe he's a little better, not much. But we told you this would happen. Miami's going to win, get to the playoffs. They're going to be so much fun to watch because they just took the Niners assistant and brought the offense out. That offense got Jimmy G to a Super Bowl. This offense is so quarterback-friendly. And the Dolphins have better wide receiver talent, in my opinion, than San Francisco does. So this was all very predictable. Now, does Tua deserve credit for yesterday? Absolutely. I thought it was awesome. It's one of the best games of the year. But we told you this was going to happen, is that this renaissance, in fact, I think we made a prediction at one point. We said add 20 to 25% on all his stats. The dilemma is going to be at the end of the year. You're going to talk himself into being Herbert, Allen, Lamar, Mahomes, and he's not. He's still small. He still have an average deep arm. But I'm happy for him because, again, this kid has gone through so much nonsense. The ownership stuff, the Flores stuff, the defensive coach stuff, the bad O-line stuff, the rumors about Deshaun, Fitzpatrick coming in every third start. It's easy for me to root for Tua, and I really is. And he's proven he can put him in the pocket with protection. He'll hit open guys. That's not his issue. But this suddenly yesterday I'm on a social. Oh, my God, Tua is small. Tua is not that athletic. Look around the AFC. Where would you put him this morning? At best, like 7th? At best? I mean, I know you got him better than Russell Wilson this morning. He's not. By the way, don't call me a hater. I had Miami beating New England and getting into the playoffs. I think they're a playoff team. I like the coach. I think they're on the right side of the ball now. I love Cedric Wilson, Jaylen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, 2 really nice running backs, a legit left tackle. In 2022, they are built to win some games, even in the tough AFC. I can like something but not go gaga and fall in love with it. I like the story. I think Tua is going to, for the next 2 years, win a bunch of games. This year, he's into the playoffs. But the reaction is so predictable. Of course he's going to improve his numbers. They weren't even terrible last year. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.